do we think that it's our job to show the woman what she could possibly have, or is it her job to understand?
You gotta meet in the middle on that, bro.
I feel like it's partly our job to show this, bro.
So it's definitely partially your job, but it's also she has to have vision. Like if you don't have vision, no matter what I show you,
you gotta at least have a system where you like, shawty, you see I'm up at 6 a.m. You see I'm in this garden at 6 a.m. every day.
These habits.
You see I'm in this garden at 6 a.m. every day. What you think I'm doing?
How I heard about Dreamville as just a unit is we got this big studio, and every room is filled with somebody that's doing a song, and people just moving from room to room like, hey, what y'all working on?
Bro, I shit you not, bro. I looked over at one point, this nigga Chris Bosh was in there making beats, bro.
No.
Chris Bosh. Bro, this is like a dream, bro. Like, what's going on? I felt like I was in like, you know, you're in a dream of like somebody that you never expect to see be in your dream. Like you see your like uncle in your first grade class. It's like, what's going on? It was like that, bro. I'm like, Chris Bosh in here, like, good.
Hold up. Was it big tight though?
I'm Simeon Pando.
Victoria Monet.
Tank.
I'm Melvin Gregg.
This is another episode of Nice and Neat.
I'm Duke.
I'm Omar. I'm Jelon.
Welcome back to another episode.
Yo, what's the deal, y'all? Hope all is well. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Duke.
I'm Omar.
What's happening, y'all? This Olu.
This is Doc.
And I'm Jelon, and welcome back to the #1 podcast in all Los Angeles, Nice and Neat. As you guys can see, when we usually got a different setup, it's gonna be a special episode.
Hello.
It's gonna be a special episode. We got some special guests all the way from Atlanta.
Got the gang.
Man, you know, I don't want to miss anything. Grammy-nominated.
Hello.
Australian Grammy winners.
Hello.
Ooh, talk to him.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
See what I'm saying? We got Earthgang in the building. Let's give it up for Earthgang.
Earthgang in the building.
What up? What's happening? What's
Hey,
happening?
I'm gonna let you guys know, man. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You know when you're a fan of somebody, you don't even know what they look like. I had no idea what you guys look like. I just been listening to you guys' music for such a long time, and you guys have an interesting, eclectic type of music. You guys real soulful vibe. You guys can rap. Y'all can sing. You guys produce too. You guys do it all. You guys do it all. So like, I was talking to a few people, just trying to get a little background. You guys are still considered underground artists to some people. To some people.
To some. It's a big
Like
world, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't know, bro.
It's a big world.
I will never
man.
know, bro. Because we do pretty intense touring routes. We sell out almost everywhere in the world we go. I guess underground is, you know what I'm saying, a global thing. I think it's just a different time. I think people just listen to what they listen to today.
Okay, you talked about tour. I know you guys got a tour coming up. When's the tour start?
We had a tour coming up. Young brother Cuddy broke his foot, so it's postponed.
Not that jump off the step.
Yeah, he broke. Yeah, he had screws. He just posted an X-ray. It was real screws.
What happened?
He jumped off the stage.
Why did he jump on this?
He jumped off the stage at Coachella, I believe.
I think it was. So look, check this out. You guys wouldn't understand this because of the athleticism that you guys have.
I'm thinking like how he do that.
My man was feeling it. He was
jumped
feeling
off
it.
the I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Personally, I would have did the show in a wheelchair, a gurney, or anything. But shout out to Cuddy. I wish him a good recovery.
Okay.
Hey.
So do y'all know when the tour will be?
Nah.
It's just
we waiting
It's
on
postponed
his
right
recovery.
now.
All thoughts and prayers to that heel.
To be determined.
To be determined. To be determined.
And so the name Earthgang,
Yeah.
where it come from?
It came from just our, like he said, we got an eclectic vibe. Like we come from Southwest Atlanta, and in Atlanta, man, as a black person, like there's no limits. You know what I'm saying? Like there's really no limits to who you can be, what you can do, and we just took that and exponentialified it. That's not a word, but you know.
I felt that.
So we exponentialized, and we was like, well, if we could be anything we want to be in Atlanta, then we could be anything we want to be on this globe, you know. And
That's
we want
that real Atlanta.
and we want people to understand that wherever we go, we want to put that in their hearts and in their minds that like you're a part of Earthgang, you have power. You could be anything you put your mind to. So, you know, it jumped off from there.
Yeah, like the cultivation of community.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Man,
yes.
I'm gonna ask you guys, with being in this era, being a duo from Atlanta, do you guys feel like you guys received any comparisons to? I mean, we know.
I'll
we
show
know.
you the Outkast comparison for a long time. I mean, that's obvious, right? That's happened a million times. I remember when we dropped our album Maryland, like Yes Jules called us like Outkast comparison, and it had a lot of people mad at her, and it was like a whole thing. So that happens a lot. But the comparison I've been trying to get my whole life is Yin Yang Twins, bro.
Really?
Trying to get that.
Yeah, bro. That's who I grew up listening to, bro. Damn.
So not the Migos. That's
Trio.
It's trio. Okay.
That trio.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So,
go ahead.
does the Outkast comparison just comes from the eclectic stuff? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's real.
I
It's
think
real
so.
like spirituality type.
yeah, I think a lot of people, especially people in their era, and people who like have this attachment to like the beginning stages of hip hop and how it came out in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people see us and they get so excited. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me go ahead and let people know why y'all walk through these doors and why y'all kick these doors down. Like, this is that energy, you know what I'm saying? Because we seen it before. And then for the people who are our age and, you know what I'm saying, younger generations, you know what I'm saying, they just excited, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might be mistaken, but like, I don't know how many global tours Outkast did, you know what I'm saying? But like, we probably done like 6,
At
7.
least.
And so
we've definitely built our
we
business a different direction, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we built our business like going in, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get signed and do the whole record thing.
Y'all got a relationship with them?
Yeah. No, we know them. They the OGs, bro. 3000 came through to a couple sessions as we finishing our album Ghetto Guys, you know what I'm saying? He brought the flutes. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
He pulled
That's
up.
hard.
You know what I'm saying? Been cool for a long time. CeeLo especially has been like super like giving up ideas
tight.
and mentorship. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
before we-
All them goody mob niggas, the whole
about to say,
dungeon, bro.
let's
R.I.P.
do this.
Rico.
R.I.P. Rico Wade.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
R.I.P.
saying?
Rico.
Rico Wade is big brother to all those people we named: Outkast, CeeLo, Goody Mob,
He recently passed.
TLC. So many people who came out of Atlanta. He's big brother to them. He's big brother to us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a time where when we first had our first crib, we just got out of college and we living in our own frat house. You know what I'm saying? Back in Atlanta, like he just pulled up, knocked the door down, and came through and cooked for us. You know what I'm saying? It's 11 at night.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Unannounced. He like, I'm finna pull up. Came through, cooked for us, and then just left and then bounced after that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like that. I'm just giving y'all game, bro. Like, I love y'all. I see what y'all got going on, and I'm gonna continue to give this energy to y'all. You know, so it's like we in the fold.
How y'all meet? Oh, go ahead, bro.
Well, that's a good question too. And go ahead, answer that. Yeah.
How'd y'all meet? Like,
We met in high school, bro. We met really off of goddamn one happened class.
I forgot down. Nigga, Atlanta.
It happened.
That's why I say, yeah.
Like
I don't
breathing.
need- Yeah, that's why I say that's just punctuation, bro. Really off of classes and shit, you know, high school shit. And then also, like, we was like the niggas who was like really like ahead on the music shit. Like, we was like burning CDs of this like mixtape, Wayne mixtapes. And we like going both directions in time too. Like, we had like the early Wayne mixtape before everybody else had them. We had like all the shit like Rich Kid, Helicopter Future, all that shit before people had it. And we also had the old school shit. So we would be like in the parking lot, pulling the girls in high school, playing the music hella loud. Like, we was like them niggas. So it's like that shit kind of turned into a rap group. You know what I'm saying? Because we was like a music club.
do what I do.
essentially.
I do what you do.
Yeah, like we both let us music shit. We both on LimeWire downloading and stealing music and shit.
on,
So it's
LimeWire.
like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like that time. Like,
Yeah.
Having this soulful vibe, right? Where do you guys pull your inspiration from? Because that's not the typical Atlanta sound. You know what I mean?
I can't say it's not. I can't say it is or it's not. I think Atlanta. One thing Atlanta got like multiple dimensions within the same city.
Okay.
It is what it is. Like, it's a multidimensional city. We are the one place that I can certify you will see black people are not a monolith. And then sometimes, like, we go some places, like on tour, you'll see, like, I'm not trying to call a specific town out, but like a lot of Midwestern towns, black people act like black people act like black people. This is what black people act like.
Yep.
In Atlanta, it's so many of us.
So many different types of black people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The data's automatically stratified, you know what I'm saying? It's automatically like, okay, everybody spread out, a lot of different type of niggas. So I can't say that's not our sound. To say that, to say our inspiration, I would like to say, comes from everything. Like, I think we listen to a big variety of music. Like, we listen to a lot of Lil Dragon, you know what I'm saying, Highest Coyote, like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of rock music, a lot of Led Zeppelin, a lot of, you know what I'm saying. I think if you listen to how these people express themselves, it just makes you more fearless. It's not necessarily about stealing their style.
I love
it's
that.
about like stealing the courage.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Thug and Future sound like blues singers sometimes.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? With the words they saying and the melodies.
Future is my gospel artist,
You know,
bro. I got a
yeah,
list of
so
Future
it's like-
gospel songs, bro. Like,
Hey, all right, so let's talk about that. All right, you see the Drake stuff, right? The Kendrick Lamar, his verse, the Atlanta verse.
Oh,
You
man.
heard the Atlanta
Oh,
verse,
man.
right? What's y'all reaction to that?
I mean, he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that though before the verse?
Bro, I need Kendrick to tell me that.
Yeah,
bro. What you talking
I
about,
feel
bro?
like everybody. I mean,
Like,
Everybody in the city-
everybody in the city know, like, bro, this the factory. This where the sauce coming from.
We the sauce source. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's the
like,
sauce.
like, we know
Okay.
this.
Like we been there
knew
for a
this.
long time, bro. So it's like y'all been coming down and taking something.
And it's kind of like even I don't know. I feel like a lot of people was asking me about, you know what I'm saying, like the beef and like you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna do something, what you gonna say? And I'm like, bro, we from Atlanta, bro. Like we don't care about that stuff, bro. Like if niggas is beefing,
free jail.
niggas might die. You know what I'm saying?
Free
Like,
jail.
that's how we move in
Free
Atlanta.
jail.
Like
Free
beef in
swamp.
Atlanta is really about like we not really just, we not finna rap about this, brother. Like we finna pull up on you type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in Atlanta, it's like, yo, we want y'all to win. You know what I'm saying? Like you got something to say it. But like, bro, I don't really care about it like that. So I feel like everybody in Atlanta was kind of just posted, like just looking, just seeing what was going on, rather than being like, I gotta get a dog in this fight to prove something. Like, what we got to prove, bro?
I'm on some fan shit though. I'm glad Kendrick said that.
Right, because I was gonna say, like,
I'm glad he said
it almost like, even if you're from Atlanta and you're just taking a seat back, he kind of inserting y'all into the.
Exactly.
I mean, we should
he
be
making y'all a focal point of the beef.
Yeah.
we should be inserted into every conversation that has to do with hip hop, at least from the late '80s. Like for real, bro. We've been around for a long time. The city has been around for a long time. It's been generations and generations of influence. Not just niggas that are like just in the game. It's been generations of influential niggas.
Right.
And we often get like discounted for it. Even our lyricism. Like, you can't tell me Gunna not a lyricist, bro. Like, you can't tell me he don't be really spitting.
He do.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's the drums. That's literally all the difference is.
Yeah.
If I hear you on these drums, I think you're more lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Like, Logic will pick a different set of drums, and people like, yeah, Logic's more lyrical. Now, Shade of Logic, he's a lyrical nigga, but like, just because a nigga picked that more 808 beat don't mean a nigga ain't barring up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be.
Okay, you sound like a rap historian.
Oh, I'm a music nigga.
Music-
I'm a music nerd in
historian.
general.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that you say that, right? If we got New York being the mecca of hip hop, they're safe to say, right?
I say the Bethlehem.
Okay.
The Bethlehem.
Okay.
But not the Mecca.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
like,
okay,
it ain't start the religion, but everybody got to come to Atlanta. So I feel like that's the Mecca.
Okay.
Like, I feel like everybody
Wow.
got it. I feel like the Mecca is where you go to where the pilgrimage is
Pilgrimage.
forever.
Yep,
You know what
yep,
I'm saying?
yep,
Like,
yep.
yeah,
You
that's
gotta
the
show
Mecca.
up.
Like,
You gotta at least see what it's hitting on.
Bethlehem started a different religion, started a whole different set of belief, and we appreciate that belief because a lot of belief.
Hey, that's deep, bro.
know
That is
what I'm saying?
actually
That's
really deep.
Doc,
That's
that's
actually
deep,
really
Doc.
deep. You be in your book too.
That's
now.
deep,
Yeah.
Doc.
Come on, Doc.
Hey, that's deep,
on,
Doc.
Doc.
That's deep.
Hey,
Hey, is it Sunday?
on,
It ain't Sunday.
hey, so talk to us about what you got going outside of music. Did I read some poetry?
Nah, I've been doing comedy shows.
Comedy show, I'm sorry, yeah.
Come out to one of my Punchinella comedy shows. I don't
What's
know
it
where I'm
called?
putting
What's
it from
Punchinella?
that. Punchinella is like a game we used to play as kids. Like, it's so crazy how many people never heard of it.
You never
but, like,
heard
Nah,
Punchinella?
nah.
As a kid, it's like a game
Where
you
you
play
from?
Punchinella,
From
but
here.
like it's basically like
West
Probably
Coast.
some
Country
West
shit.
Coast.
okay, yeah, y'all out here some country shit. You basically like it's like a dare game, but it's like a rhythm to it. But like basically like if a nigga do some shit, like if a nigga do a backflip, now you gotta do a backflip. If a nigga do some much, it's like whatever somebody do, you gotta try to
like
do
horse.
something you can
Yeah.
do. It's like horse of life though.
Yeah.
So it's like you just be doing anything like
And if you don't do it,
yeah.
And if you don't do it, you out.
If you don't, you got to
You out the circle.
Oh, so you got bombed on.
Yeah, it's the next person. So like, but I took the name of that, and we had a song called Punchinella that was kind of based on that experience from like an old mixtape we did, and then for Dreamville Fest we did Punchinella Comedy Clash, the first one. And it went really well. So now I just been taking it, you know what I'm saying, wherever we can do comedy at type shit. Like
Okay, so Dreamville.
yeah.
All right, we got Boss, we got Jid, we got Kaz, we got Earthgang, and obviously we got J. Cole.
And
Why Dreamville?
And Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox.
Why Dreamville for you guys?
I mean, I think the atmosphere was just pure freedom.
Organic
You know what I'm
as
saying?
fuck,
Organic
yeah.
and creative. You know, like it was. You felt like even when we met Cole, you know what I'm saying, it didn't feel like, you know what I'm saying, like nothing. It was nothing industry about it. It was no red tape about it. It was man to man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like
Yeah.
I'm signing y'all my sons. I'm finna present y'all into the game.
Yeah, it wasn't none of
the
that
new
bullshit.
generation J. Cole. It's man to man.
It wasn't
And
no
we
like my
respect
people
that.
get with your people. It was like,
Yeah.
hey, what y'all niggas doing? Y'all ain't doing shit. Pull up to the crib. We'll drive 6 hours to North Carolina from Atlanta just to goddamn.
Just to be around.
Yeah, just
sit
to
down,
kick
just
it.
to-
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
No, that's
You know,
real.
Making
Yeah,
music,
just
watching
to
the
talk.
game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just hanging out on the, you know what I'm saying, on the PlayStation, whatever. Like, but like that shit organically developed into like, okay, I guess we are, you know what I'm saying, we squad. So
How long did it take upon you guys meeting Cole for y'all to actually get that deal signed?
Like 2 years.
yeah, I say,
Wow.
yeah, probably like
We
2
wasn't
years.
even working on it for 2 years.
Yeah.
We met him, and then I think like the year afterwards, we started going up to the shelter and working on the relationship and stuff. But for like a whole year, like Cole, if he was in Atlanta, he'll pull up to where we was at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If we was on the road and be in the same city with like a Boss or, you know what I'm saying, like Ari, Like we all just pull up and just be making music, and then the deal happened fast. It wasn't like 2 years of negotiating.
Yeah, it wasn't like we talking
It was
about
like,
the
you
whole
know what I'm
time.
saying? Like, we locked in already.
Yeah.
That's dope. This is the first deal.
Yeah.
Actually, that is our first deal. It's our first like actual record deal. We had signed like a couple like little smaller situation distribution shit like that before, but like that's our first like real record deal.
So Doc, you into comedy outside of music. Olu, you into more meditation and yoga.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, the health and wellness space. I know it's the new frontier. You know what I'm saying? Like the cat's out the bag. You know, but I think it's necessary not just because for physical reasons, but it's necessary for the world that we live in right now. I feel so many people can be distracted by so many reasons, and you know we got a lot of entrepreneurs out here. We got a lot of people struggling 2 or 3 different jobs, so that puts a strain on your mind, but also puts a strain on your body. And our value is a lot of times appraised by how much money we make, how much we accomplish and what we do. But you got to be able to tap in with yourself and reclaim and reaffirm your value outside of relationships, outside of social status, outside of accomplishments, so that you're able to handle everything that life throws at you. And I think what my company Compass has and what we're creating with a lot of other partnerships is basically a compass, a way that you find your way back to your true self or your journey in life.
That's fire.
So how does that? So having that principle and that value in music, in hip hop, in Atlanta, how does that interfere, or do you battle sometimes with, okay, let me insert this into the music, or let me talk about something that I think they're going to hear, or let me talk about the thing that I think is going to help?
It eliminates, it trims the fat, right? So it's like if you're on the field and you know what I'm saying, they throwing out all these different plays and all these different concepts and stuff, and you're like, man, like I get that, but like I know what's about to happen right now because I'm locked in. Like it's like kind of when your peripheral is locked in and stuff, and you just moving. You're not thinking. You're just reacting, right? So a lot of times, as artists, as musicians, you're like, okay, I got to make this type of song, or I got to be in these type of areas in order to boost my status, or I got to connect with these certain type of people, or I got to have these certain type of clicks, or this amount of likes on TikTok and all this other stuff. And it's like, man, nah, bro, like that, all that's fat.
Yeah.
You worry about your input and your output, and everything else take care of itself. Because if you start worrying about what so-and-so doing over here and what so-and-so doing over there, or how you not showing up and now you got to go to the club because you ain't put out music so people can see you, then you running your gas out, you know?
Do y'all think that the things that you're doing outside of music provide additional opportunities for y'all to connect with maybe fans that
For sure.
Hell yeah.
maybe
For
different
sure.
fans,
Hell
or maybe kind of lock in more fans by
sure.
doing that?
Hell yeah.
I think that's dope. I want to commend y'all on both what y'all doing, by the way. I think it's dope.
I think everybody should do as many things as they can try to do. I think the days of like a company, like a brand of a company, meaning like one thing are over. I think before you know it, you know what I'm saying, Disney is gonna have airplanes, and you know what I'm saying, Boeing is gonna have Pop-Tarts, and like, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. So like what you should be is goddamn, what you should be is you. You know what I'm saying? You should do all the facets that you can explore. If you got an interest in it, try to make it a habit. If you got a habit with it, try to make it a profession or a practice. You know what I'm saying? Try to make it real. And I think that's no matter what it is. Now, if you're not trying to try everything, then what you even on earth for? You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it all.
Get out of Earthgang.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like though that could be detrimental though. Right?
It can be.
Like,
I mean,
spreading
trusting yourself thin is
spreading your focus too many. Like,
I agree. It can be.
Because you gotta have discipline, right?
I say that as a person that I feel like I'm very in tune with myself. Like I feel like I know I'm not gonna ever spread myself thin because I know myself. I think I should say that with caution.
Yeah.
If you're not a person and you feel like, you know what I'm saying, life is a little kind of, you know what I'm saying, rocky. If you can't find a peace in doing it, then don't do it. You gotta find your peace. You know what I'm saying, no matter what you're going through.
Yeah. I see that, man. One thing that I love about Atlanta is you said earlier how Atlanta has just different types of black people.
Yeah.
Right? When I look at Atlanta from the outside in, bro, I'm so jealous of y'all. Right? Because I feel like here that's lacking. Right? And I feel like having that just incubated system of just black people to just pull from, whether it's creative, whether it's music, whether it's business, I'm jealous of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I wish I had that. I wish we had that because I feel like it will make so many things just easier for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I ain't gonna lie too. Maybe, and it could be a facade. I don't know, but like when I see like the Atlanta community online, they seem way more tight knitted than we are. Like they seem like they busting more plays together. They get more money together.
They share resources.
They share resources.
It's about network. It's about who you know. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it's really all about who you know and can they vouch for you. And then after that, you got to just show and prove after that.
Yeah, like
you can't bring you in.
You can't be like a stingy ass, hating ass nigga and stay in Atlanta. Like if you gonna do that, you gotta leave.
You gotta go. You gonna attract negative energy.
Yeah,
they gonna kick you out.
They gonna run
They gonna get you out of there.
Like if you're not part of this ecosystem, then they'll take from you, bro. Like fuck you talking about.
You'll figure it out. And the doors start closing. You know,
how'd you guys sign to somebody that was outside Atlanta? I feel like that would be kind of difficult too.
Because,
like even looking at that.
Well, the relationship was built between our managers also and Eve, you know what I'm saying, Cole's right hand man. So like we basically, you know what I'm saying, like showed them what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Like of course they came to Atlanta and done shows and stuff and, you know, Dollar in the Dream tour in Atlanta here and there, but it's like, all right, that's on that space. This is the community of Atlanta.
I think Dreamville was looking to get some more Southern artists at the time too.
And also with Revenge of the Dreamers 3, that was done in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So like that community was because of Atlanta. Yeah. It was done at Tree Sounds in Atlanta, and it's why so many artists felt comfortable pulling up because it's like we here. It's a
huge studio,
historical studio in Atlanta.
Yeah. Big Boys.
That's Stankonia.
Yeah,
Tree Sounds is like far out. It ain't far out, but it's like 30, 40
like
minutes outside the city.
Though, like Whitney Houston used to sing that bitch.
They got Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, like a lot of people came through there, and like even they plaque. If they didn't come in there singing, like they plaques up, stuff was mixed through there and stuff. So like Revenge of the Dreamers 3, I know like it's a big, like there's so many people on there, and even just like seeing it online, it's like, dang, so-and-so here, what they doing now. I ain't know they rock with Dreamville, but that's because it was done in Atlanta.
So they got like legendary stories about that.
Yeah.
You know, I heard about Dreamville as just a unit is we got this big studio and every room is filled with somebody that's doing a song and people just moving from room to room like, hey, what y'all working on?
Bro, I shit you not, bro. I looked over at one point, this nigga Chris Bosh was in there making beats, bro.
Chris
Bosh. Bro, this is like a dream, bro. Like, what's going on? I feel like I was in like, you know, you in a dream of like somebody that you never expect to see be in your dream. Like you see your like uncle in your first grade class. It's like, what's going on? It was like that, bro. I'm like, Chris Bosh in here, like, going crazy.
Hold up. Was the beat tight though?
I ain't even hear the beat. That's
How does it work when I come to you and I got a song and I want you to feature on my song, right? And the song blow up. How you get paid off of that? Do I just pay you up front?
Nah, it's usually splits.
It
depends on the relationship, right? Sometimes if you don't know this person, you're going to charge them because it's like I'm doing you a favor, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you would charge them an upfront fee and then get paid off the splits on the back end. Sometimes you gotta wait
charge them an upfront fee.
Yeah, sometimes you wait till the splits recoup that upfront fee cost, and then they start paying you off the back end.
Some people just sit back and wait and sue.
So like if I come to you, you say, okay, cool, I'm gonna charge you whatever upfront fee. That upfront fee is still gonna be. We still gonna wait till the music roll, and it's gonna be calculated.
So if I charge you 10 grand, then
I'm not paying you though before you start.
Nah, you pay me after I turn the song in.
Okay,
I give you the song, give you the verse, you give me 10 grand, and then we split the writing of the song down 50-50. Let's say, like until my 50 recoups 10 grand, you ain't gotta pay me no more. But after it recoups that 10 grand, then you got to start paying me again for 50% of the song. It's just different negotiation like that. Sometimes, but like when it's family, I don't. If I really rock with you, I'm not charging you. I'm not charging you. Or we'll charge each other the same. You know what I'm saying? But like, or it just be like, man, let's just split the song down the middle. You keep your money to continue to promote the project. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not even selfish like that. Like we all want to get paid. We know you got a budget. Use that budget to promote the song so more people could listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
So then what about, okay, so is it like a just a honor system where it's just like, yo, I need you to give me a good verse, right? Because sometimes I pay you and you give me a trash verse, I can't do nothing about it, right?
You can't do nothing about it.
Verse is crazy.
You can't really do nothing about it.
That's your brand too.
But like, but the way, but I mean, even versus trash or not, I know sometimes artists have like a way of like. Some artists are really like insular on their process and like their concepts and stuff. So some of them might be like, yo, like this verse hard, but like I need you to kind of do this to it. And then, you know what I'm saying, depending on how you feel, you might say or you
gotta be willing to take notes if you willing to collaborate. Like you can't be willing to collaborate but then not willing to like listen.
And those that don't seem as open to the notes or the criticism.
The bigger stars.
The bigger stars, like how do you handle that situation?
Man, fuck that shit, bro. Ain't nobody too big to start taking note, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I don't care who the fuck you is. If you can't hear what I'm saying,
So you
then
kicking
can't
him off
work
the
with me,
record
bro.
then?
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro?
I mean, that's what I got. That's what I heard.
I ain't-
That's what I heard. Like, all right, bro,
I
you
ain't
ain't
here
on
for
the record.
massaging nobody's ego, bro. At the end of the day,
But
your
you paid
fans
though.
can't come to hear you.
But you
Like,
paid him though.
You paid for it though.
Hey, man, you either get the money back or you don't. Now, I will say, it's a couple times that it wasn't even a note thing, but it's been a couple times where we done paid artists for a verse and it didn't go as well as we wanted it to go. It's like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Like on the radio, or it didn't go as well as it is supposed to go once you receive the verse back.
Either one, both of them. But it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, like, all of this shit is like, you know what I'm saying, different investments for different opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just part of what it is. Yeah.
It's the cost of doing it.
That's
Yeah.
tough
That's the
right
cost
there.
of doing
That's
it.
tough
Yeah.
right there. I guess you really.
But it
gotta know
doesn't.
who you're
That's
dealing
not a
with.
common thing. Also,
Okay.
though, like, if you by the time you get to the point where you willing to collab with somebody, like, usually they in your space. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, you think
I mean,
about it.
I'm
Like,
about to
yeah.
say it's just relationships.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, you could say the
relationships.
same thing with like
Anything.
a shoe company and an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, say the sales ain't go how y'all wanted it to go, but y'all got a good relationship. That's one thing.
Let's
But
try to
like,
build on it,
if they
though,
only if they only working with you because you want a number amount of sales, then okay, the relationship is not beneficial
Yeah, then it
anymore.
died.
You know, so it's basically doing relationships.
So we a group, right? Us three, we're a
I
group.
appreciate you.
Y'all two,
Okay, right
y'all a
here where I'm
group.
at right here.
We got a
It's just the
system.
juices and bears. That's it.
We got a system pretty much. We gotta all agree, or we kind of say, hey, all right, if these two feel this way and this one don't, we're gonna go with the majority, right? Because it's two of y'all.
It's always 50-50.
It's always 50-50. So sometime it may be something that you may want, it may be something that you may want. How you guys get to the bottom of like how y'all settle, like who got the final say in those spaces?
We'll sometimes get management involved. Sometimes we'll
Outside
get
party.
people even more than management involved. I think when you have, like, when we disagree on something, obviously because it's two of us, there's polarity. So because you're in a space of polarity, it low key sends the whole thing into like rounds of conversation.
Of course.
So it's like, you kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You just round it out with the homies, with the management, with the DJ, until it like settles on a place that everybody can feel like confident in. For real.
And also, I think another thing is a lot of people don't know this, but like even when we first really started and when we ended up going to Hampton and like meeting Jid and other artists, like we always had like some type of collective or community around us while we were recording too. So it was easier to just be like,
Get other
it's
sounds,
more people in the studio. It ain't just me and him, you know what I'm saying, and the computer, you feel me? And also like, shoot, what I've recently have found out and what I love is like sometimes, man, you just say I trust y'all, and then you just,
Straight up.
let it go.
That's why we hired y'all.
Yeah. I trust whoever. Okay, I trust y'all.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you ain't even got to worry about proving your point or proving their point. Like,
Let me ask you a question. When in terms of making music, do you guys always get creative together, or do you guys, write on your own and then come together for the records? Like, how does that work?
It's the whole time we've been Earthgang, it's been both. Cause it's sometimes I'll get a beat or he'll get a beat. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. Life is life. Like, he might see a producer at a party that I want that, and then producer text him some beats. He go home and start thinking about something to it. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. So like something, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of bringing them type of records together. With Ghetto Guys, like I said, we did a lot of songs like in the studio real time. But I think it just depends on the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just space and opportunity kind of with creation.
And you guys got a super, super big placement in Spider-Man 2 last year. I
And
believe
they gave me a PlayStation.
Did they? I believe the song title Swing.
Yeah.
Man, how does for you guys to be, you guys are not mainstream, you guys not in the public eye all the time, but yet a major franchise, Marvel franchise, reaches out to you guys like this. Like how does that work?
I mean, one is the relationships, but two, it's our brand. Like we built our brand to be known as people who deliver and people who deliver
Quality.
quality and a certain style too. So it's like let's say like a certain actor or something. Like, okay, this actor may not be Tom Cruise blockbuster, you know what I'm saying? But you know that when you hire this actor that they gonna bring
John Malkovich.
people, John Malkovich, or you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna bring people
like
out,
that.
and people gonna say that this is an award nominated or deserving performance, And it's like we want to make sure that you put the right pieces together so we can deliver something like Spider-Man, like us.
Yeah,
us
shout out to
and
Natalie
Spider-Man
on
fit
that too.
was great. Yeah.
Natalie looked out.
Who is Natalie?
Natalie is she's over at Disney and a couple other things, but she looked out. She's, you know what I'm saying, threw us a couple opportunities. So
Okay. So I see that
Wedding ring.
oh yeah, no, I got married.
see that
What y'all want to
thing,
talk
right?
about, man?
Hello. Hello.
I see you got a nice little wedding ring on, right?
Yeah, man.
How was managing marriage, and being an artist, right? What
I mean, I ain't been married a year yet, so I'm still figuring that out. But
what are some struggles that you?
I'm gonna say this: it's not that much different from having a girlfriend. Like I know people be like, that's like the funniest thing about since I've been married. People be like, yo, what's it like, bro? What's it like? What's the married life? And I'm like, bro, I mean, she was my girl, bro. Like, you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still be tired of her sometimes, and I'm on my PlayStation. Sometimes she all I want to see. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no difference. I think what kind of locked it in for me was I just had a super wild like pandemic, and I was like in a lot of just like really just super crazy relationships with chicks, and I was like, you know what, man? The healthiest thing was something I should appreciate. So I kind of closed a lot of things out.
Got you.
And I was like, I locked in on my shawty, and then for like we like locked in on each other for like about 3 years, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Does being a musician get in the way of being able to like have a thriving relationship?
No, shit. It depends on the type of person you with too. It depends. Like I'm very lucky. My girl is not like super like annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like she get the picture. Like she knows.
She understand the mission.
Yeah, she understand the mission, bro. Like she really about. Like she like on some like Kurt Franklin wife type shit. Like she understand. Like no, you was already doing this when I met you. I'm not finna take you out of it with like what makes you happy and what makes you great. Like on some like Savannah James shit. She like, look, if you want to go outside and shoot shots all day, go outside and just be in the driveway, put them shots up all day. She cool on that tip. And I, like I say, shout out to you, baby, because I'm lucky. Everybody don't got that. But I'm just saying that's what made it easy for a nigga like me. Because a nigga like me gonna make music regardless. Like I'm gonna smoke weed regardless. I'm gonna do like the shit that I am here to do. If you need a woman that like cool with your purpose type shit.
That's a great feeling when you got a woman who's just like, hey yo, whatever you need to do,
go
do
it's
it.
your purpose,
do
it's your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna judge you. She don't smoke weed. Like she don't do a lot. We actually are quite opposite in a lot of ways. But she be like, hey, I respect you and I fuck with you. So
you know,
like,
I think that's a big deal.
Yeah.
We're all in relationships. I'm engaged. He's engaged. He's married. And you know, when you just try to be creative and you trying to explore creatively, you always got your partner in the back of your mind. You be like, how they gonna feel about this when I do this? Right?
Even when I do like my little stand up, you know what I'm saying? I tell her, I'm like, look, I might crack some wife jokes tonight. They're not necessarily true. But you know what I'm saying? Like
it's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah. I'm like, it is what it is. Like, but like I'm like I say, very lucky. I got a good chick with a sense of humor. She just really be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could talk. I feel like we don't got like a thing. Like, I don't have to like lie to her or like keep shit like, oh, this the wife. You know what I'm saying? Let me hide it.
I can call you on speaker.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're a real nigga. Like whatever you gonna say, I ain't ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
Okay. Where you at with it?
Man, shoot, I'm be honest with you, bro. I'm so dedicated to my craft. It's really like you gotta find the right person, like you said, to appreciate that. You know, a lot of times people get drawn to the light, and then they get too close and they see what it take. You know what I'm saying? And then like, man, I can't hang. You know what I'm saying? I can't hang or whatever. Like or sometimes, and this is not my experience, but sometimes a lot of people they get insecure about they like, you know what I'm saying, and like what they got going on. So like, I'm really just, you know what I'm saying, sitting back and letting God give to me. I'm receiving. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of blessings happening right now, so I know the good things.
So if the right person come in your life right now and is like, all right, this person I think is someone who can handle what comes with me, what comes work with Earthgang. Do you think you'll be welcoming, or do you think you still repel her?
I'll be welcoming. I know for me, it takes a lot for me to trust people though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
why is that?
Because just how I came up in a very tight, close-knit community, even inside of Atlanta. Okay. So like, and I'm an only child, but I grew up with a lot of kids, right? So like they I don't really got friends, right? Like it's family. You either fam or you damned. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at it. Yeah. So it's like it takes a while for you to step over that line. You know what I'm saying? But I greet people. I'm cordial and kind and all of that stuff. But it's like, if you really like, you gotta have both feet in or both feet out. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in and out, and it just take a while. Like it just take a while, cause you know, like you said, like we see a nigga dedicated. It's like, man, a lot of times, and it's not women, but a lot of times, a lot of people like they get turned off by people with that
No,
that
if
conquering
you-
spirit,
and
or
if
that,
you
or
lock
that
in
warrior
vision,
spirit,
it's not
yeah,
them,
somebody,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
somebody
I
with
got
that vision.
blinders
It's like how important am I to you? Because I see you locked into this shit, but it's like you got to know that you secure. You got to be secure in yourself, and then you know, like you with me, like no matter what, you know what I'm saying. But I think even especially as athletes, like it matters that to know that the person that's rocking with you is rocking with you regardless. So if you win, you lose, or if you know what I'm saying, you
Just not
studying
for-
over,
not just here for the light.
not just
know?
here for
All
the
them-
not
all
just here
them-
for the summer because
Yeah,
it's wintertime
yeah,
too. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
You can't just be here for the harvest
quarterbacks,
season.
they be having that. They be having that wife chick junior year. All the
Yeah.
goddamn.
Yeah.
Wait, I said all them SEC quarterbacks. They be having the shit locked in.
Locked in.
Junior
They
year.
do. Hey, they do. Hey, they do. No, you ain't lying on that.
They be like, look, I know the mission, sir. Do what you gotta do,
I
sir.
know the mission. You know what time it is. What you need me to do, baby? I'm for sure. I got you. I got you.
That's crazy.
That's real, dog.
Real. Oh.
Hey, so why y'all think it's so easy for women to lock in when it come to athletes early, as opposed to a
Well,
man?
because they know what they getting.
It's a lot clearer path. bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot clearer path.
Hey, yeah.
It's an easier path. It's easier to understand.
It's easy to
That's
understand.
really all it is.
High school, college,
League.
league. I can see it.
There's a
right?
system.
And also, it's easier to lock in with someone when I know other people are cheering for you.
Yes.
That too.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
It's
That's a
real
bar.
shit.
That's a
Right?
bar right there.
So when you're a
bar.
musician, sometimes sometimes the only audience is yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you clapping by yourself.
Yes.
For
Yes,
yourself.
no. When you locked in on that athlete track, you got people cheering at you from 13. So it's like,
Yep.
no, I've been seeing this nigga when I was in
Yep.
8th grade, and I was a girl that had no sense. I see this nigga,
Yep.
with, you know what I'm saying, with equally no sense, but we
Yep.
both 13, and he getting
Right.
cheered for, locked
And then
in,
the other thing
and then that
is-
shit just keep going through college and everything.
With athletes, there's bigger engines behind you.
Yes.
Right. So the,
Yes.
the organization, the high school,
The people,
college,
the
the
town.
NFL, the trainers, right? So the track record of is this athlete good or not, or is this athlete projected? You can you can go back and look at the history. With musicians, sometimes it's just like your own, nowadays at least, your own audience.
I mean, the whole time, bro. It's really been like that forever. Yeah.
And a lot of times it's not even musicians. I mean, I see that with entrepreneurs. I'm reading Shoe Dog by Phil Knight right now.
Hey man,
And
it's one of the best books I ever read in my
I'm
life.
flying
dog.
through it, right? But it took him 7 years before he paid himself a salary for Nike, right? He was working at other jobs, making ends meet. Him and his wife were $25 is what, by like $150 right now, you know what I'm saying? Doing groceries off $150 a week. And she's locked in with him. And a lot of times people can't see the vision. Like you said, like it's the vision that people can't see, or people don't have belief in themselves to know that win or lose, I'm going after this. Like you gotta have that fire in you, you know what I'm saying, to step out on faith and to step out and be like, I believe in this.
I'm glad you said that entrepreneur thing though.
Let me
Yeah.
ask a random question. Do we think that it's our job to show the woman what she could possibly have, or is it her job to understand?
I get you.
You gotta meet in the middle on that, bro.
I feel like it's partly our job to show this,
It's-
bro.
So it's definitely partially your job, but it's also she has to have vision. Like if you don't have vision, no matter what I show you, bro. Like I can think about the amount of like women who could possibly exist, who is a rich nigga's ex. Think about they exist. They everywhere around us. That's all they did have. Some of them niggas didn't show, right? But some of them niggas was very promising in what they were showing, and they just didn't have the vision to see what this nigga could be,
Or the patience.
or the
Yeah,
patience.
or the
So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Or the
It's what it
patience.
is. Like they
And
just
a lot of times on the men's side, like it's even if you can't show the fruits right now, you gotta at least have a system where you like, Shawty, you see I'm up at 6 a.m. You see I'm in this garden at 6
Yeah, you
a.m.
see him
every
doing
day.
these
habits.
You see I'm in this garden at 6 a.m. every day. What you think I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
what
think
you
I'm
what you think
bullshitting?
finna happen?
So that's why you said this one time, right? It's like a lot of times people look for like the byproduct, right? Instead of looking at the work, instead of looking at the habits, right? So don't look at how much dollar signs he got. Look at his ambition. You know what I'm
Look at the
saying?
shit he do every
Because
day.
if you look hard enough, you're gonna be able to see like
The
indicators
Yep.
that say, okay, like you know what, he may not make it, but like chances are
He is.
gonna make
He
it.
is.
It's like you said, his character. His character is gonna push him past, or her character is gonna push up past whatever obstacle shows up. And I think a lot of times, even with social media, it really just a lot of people just like be fronting, bro. Like in all
be lying,
aspects
bro.
of life,
Capping, bro.
They just
Lying.
be capping in all aspects of life. People don't understand, like you're saying, how long it takes to do something, to build something.
long.
So everybody wants something already laid out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I want to meet somebody who gonna buy me this. or I want to meet a woman who gonna automatically hop
want that microwave shit,
into it.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The file in. It's like
Without
bro,
me showing nothing.
Yeah, but you gotta show her that you consistent though. You know what I'm saying? You
You
gotta be a
lead.
man. You gotta
Yep.
stand
Yep.
on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you wasn't moving that way, you gotta take accountability and be like, all right, watch this.
Hello.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
I asked the question about sports, not from a surface level, but if you in 9th grade and every day you in class, you doing your work, but you also writing your raps. After school, you going to the studio, you waking up early, you writing some more, and you get through high school and you've been that same person in high school and somebody can still look at you and be like, oh, I don't know what you're going to do in life.
Well, that goes back to what he said about the engine. That goes back to like how much
Nobody else is believing in
Yeah,
you.
but I say sometimes it takes a lot of external support.
Yeah.
For people closer to kind of feel with it.
It's what's that shit called? It's I guess it's a social proof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like social proof. It's like we want to see, like, I'm more likely to root for you once I see that he is.
You guys seen that TED Talk?
You told me about it. The dancing
Break it down
people.
for us.
So it was this TED Talk, right? And they were doing an experiment. They were in the park. Everybody was kind of just like sitting down in the park, just doing their own thing, sitting down with their friends, sitting down with their families. And this guy did this social experiment. He said, I'm going to get up and I'm going to start dancing crazy, right? And when he started dancing crazy, people start looking at him like, man, this guy's crazy. And people look at him until somebody else gets up and they do it too. Then somebody else gets up and they do it too. And next thing you know, the whole park is dancing, right? And all that it takes, and they said the most important person is not the first person that do it, but the first person that follows them.
Yeah, first.
So when we sit down, we think about it. You said 13 years old, football, you know, where you got the parents, like, now we got to make sure you're getting your food. We got to take you to practice. We got to do this. When the neighborhood see that, okay, the parents is behind this kid. Okay, cool. The parents invite some of their friends. All right, cool. This kid is that guy. Lil Wayne, for example. Lil Wayne, 13 years old. I'm not following no 13-year-old. But you got a group of grown men saying, nah, this is the one.
He's the
nigga.
one.
He's the one.
Oh, we gotta
And
listen
you
to that.
rapping with him.
It's like,
we gotta pay
I
attention to
gotta
that.
care.
And you standing next to him with your pens.
Yeah, with your pen.
So then you go from, I'm not cool, I don't want to follow that, to I can't miss out.
I can't miss out.
And then that's why
I don't want to be late.
Then that's when you gotta goddamn start sifting people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody happy.
Now it's just like, oh, I can't miss. Now I feel left out. I gotta get it.
Yeah.
So I guess as us here as black men, like, how do we build that in the next generation of children, of just showing them like, hey, yo, I'm gonna get behind this thing that you're doing. Like, how do we
We gotta champion the lame kids, the kids that's doing all the science, the kids that's coding, the kids that's like going. We gotta super make that popping, bro.
What-
I ain't gonna hold you. If you want to
gotta
compete,
correct you though, because they're
that's
not
what we
lame
gotta be.
kids though.
Yeah,
he said that for this.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I mean, I was a kid that was into all that shit, so I was like, I was gonna say that shit from like a place of like, nigga, I was watching anime when niggas was like, they weren't cool. Now everybody who can draw is getting, you know what I'm saying, big bread right now.
No, that's
so it's
real.
Like, bro,
You ain't video games.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. They designing video games and shit. You know what I'm saying. Like, so I say that to say, like, we got to champion the kids that are into the interests that aren't traditional for us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
with-
even in the sports world, bro. Let's champion the tennis kids, the swimming kids,
Yeah, other sports.
You know what I'm
Soccer,
saying?
other
Yeah, bro.
sports.
All
Yeah, yeah,
soccer
yeah,
kids,
yeah,
bro.
Or let's champion the people who want to be lawyers and agents. Like,
Yeah,
let's boost them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really matters.
And the reason it's hard, bruh, is because you just said something that made me think about it, right? You're talking about the anime kids, and when you're drawing, and when you're doing things that aren't traditional and consistent with sports, it's harder to make the connection with what you're good at right now to what you'll be successful at later.
Yup.
Right?
But we got to
So
be
the
able to see
kids-
that as our
so the
community. Got to be able to
Yup.
see that though.
So let's say the class clown, the comedian.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Or let's say
But we went to school with DC Young Fly.
Bro, the nigga was silly as fuck, bro. He used to always
You get kicked out of class for what I was doing, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
All the
Yeah.
time.
So things like that, or the guy with the weird guy with the camera,
Yep.
right? That's a videographer.
Yep.
That's a
Maybe a
film
director. You know what I'm saying? It might
Yep.
be, you never know what that could be.
Right? The guy who's always arguing with everyone.
It's a lawyer.
That's a lawyer.
Yep.
Right. The guy who's just always saying just like the guy who's always lying and over exaggerating. He's a marketer.
Yeah, facts.
He's
It's
a
an
sales
advertiser.
guy.
He's an advertiser.
He's a sales guy.
Wow, dude.
So like these things show up when you're a kid, but we just don't know where to put them.
Yeah.
We try to put
You know what I
we
mean?
try to put our whole community through the same little holes. It's like, bro.
Wow, it's not the same path
I'm
for
glad
everybody.
y'all saying this because it's like, even when it come back to the relationship thing, it's like, yo, I'm gonna say it from my experience as a black man, when you go into different spaces, it's like, yo, there's this ceiling of what you can be and where you can go to. So when you start talking to people about what you want to do, like, oh, I want to own a company, a health and wellness company, or I want to be a world-class surfer, or you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third, feel nice. I want to start a shoe company.
Yeah.
I want to import shoes. You say that to somebody now, it's like, why you doing that? You know what I'm saying?
It's not attractive.
It's not attractive. It's not attractive. Our people, our community is is taught to look at these certain things, or these tracks as security and attractive. You know what I'm saying? But like other communities, other races, it's like, yo, you could do whatever you want to do. And the women and the men stand behind their partner. And it's like, yo, y'all could do whatever you want to do. But like in our community, I feel like we just got to kind of like reshift that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and all those things could give you power.
And it give you purpose and power.
All those things can give you status. All those things can give you power.
Yes.
All those things can make you feel significant.
Yes.
With us, it's just sports and music.
Yeah, it's just sports and music. Yeah.
So like that's why the kids are like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Most of the kids now just want to do YouTube, bro. Let me be honest with you, bro. My
Influencers.
My first baby mama, she a teacher. I pull up to the class.
Audience.
They all ask kids what they want to be. All second graders, YouTuber. They don't want to be nothing else. They don't want to.
That's all attached to popularity.
Yeah, exactly.
But those kids don't even know that those are self-employed individuals.
Yeah.
They don't realize that. They just thinking it's like, oh, I'll just go work for
celebrity.
YouTube and just get rich and get famous.
Yeah.
But we're still talking about that gift. We're still talking about that purpose in being a YouTuber. Like, for example, you can be a YouTuber, but you might be a YouTuber that cooks.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You can be a YouTuber.
It is the layers that matter, low key.
You know, so the layers matter, but I think they're even overlooking. They're just saying YouTuber. They just see people
they
on
don't
YouTube.
understand.
They're not
You
even
gotta
realizing.
understand
They
your
understand.
value.
Yeah.
The value that you bring to other people. First and foremost, in whatever you do, you gotta understand that this is who I am. This is what I was born to do. Now let me find a way to bring this value to other people, and that's how I'm gonna get paid.
So I guess the answer to the question is like we gotta help the kids identify that sooner.
value.
Their gift.
Their gift.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how
These
we
are
get to
their
it.
This is the thing that makes it really difficult is as children are growing up, people we want to put kids in a kid's place. So as he said, he's in class and he's cracking jokes instead of just being like, let me pay attention to this kid a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, you're not supposed to be talking. These other 30 kids is quiet. You're supposed to be the 31st quiet one. Instead of like, let me pull this kid to the side and like really get to understand what's going on with him. We have a system, especially for black
They
kids.
could have plugged him in Tyler Perry Studios 15 years ago.
No,
You know
that's
what I'm
real.
saying? Well, it was
No.
at Fort McPherson. You know what I'm saying?
No,
They
that's
could have
real.
been like, oh, you in ninth
If
grade
it
right now,
wasn't
you
for
acting
social
up.
media, we wouldn't know who he
Facts.
was.
Like, let me go ahead and put you on the lot right now. Let you meet with these executives because you obviously not scared of an audience. You obviously not scared of a camera. He could been doing that at 13. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I mean, there's so many. I don't even want to be that systematic ass nigga, but there's so many systematic reasons behind that shit, bro. Like niggas, you ain't think about. We went to Atlanta public schools, so he's part of the main inner city school system that we went to. Them niggas got so many things. Them teachers got so many things that they gotta do that make you not pay attention to what a kid's talent is. It's like, nigga, fuck a talent. If I don't get y'all niggas to read this motherfucking chapter, I'ma lose
I'ma
my
get
shit.
fired.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, bro, fuck a talent.
Yeah.
So I think it's like even deeper than that. Like it's like a bigger thing that just that's our trickle down effect. It's just like, damn, we don't even get to be great because you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Niggas
keep it a buck.
focus
man.
on grades.
I don't look at the schools. The schools do, but they do what they're
You
supposed
saying
to do.
you saying the whole community?
I'm saying the community, the parents.
that.
Like for example, I took care of my little cousin, and I seen who he was, and I would have side conversations like, "This is how you have to. This is how you have to play the game." You, DC, I'll tell him, DC, look,
You think he heard you? You think your cousin heard you?
he for sure did, because then it's like, okay, he get to excel in school now, and I get to still be who I am outside of school, and I get to talk to somebody older that can help me navigate and play the game in
That's
this
what it
space.
be. Niggas gotta talk to somebody older. bro.
Because it's like DC could have still been in class. He probably would have got good grades too. But you got to just teach somebody like, yo, this is how you play the game, instead of this is what you have to do.
This is what you need to be doing.
That's where you wrong at. Yeah,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not the parents.
It's everybody.
It's the community.
It's the
It's the village.
But
It's the village.
But schools
It's
are
the village.
byproducts of the village, though. You know
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
about to
saying?
say, I don't know how people identify themselves as
private
village or not.
schools, private high schools, and matriculated schools like that, like they are fueled by the community. Like the roots in the community is what fuels them. You know what I'm saying? People come back to give back. People got swimming pools and gyms named after them. You know what I'm saying? And like people who just in the community is like, yo, we taking care of
It's
these
crazy
kids.
because that's often not even a geographical community. It's really just
Yeah,
a bread
it's
community.
just- it's a
just a
network.
money
It's a-
community
it's a
because
system.
we went to school where it was a geographical community. Like most of the niggas I went to school with, I saw them niggas on the bus.
I saw them niggas and they mom in the grocery store.
Exactly.
Yep, yep.
What you talking about?
And we was not, you know what I'm saying? And we wasn't as locked in as people who like locked in on some bread shit. Like,
I hate to put you guys on Front Street though, but I'm curious, man, because you guys are strong, intelligent black men, and you guys got something going on for yourself. And it's kids that look at you guys that admire you guys. What are you guys currently doing in y'all communities right now to be able to allow those gifts to really shine through those kids?
yeah, for the community, I just want to shout out the Earthgang Foundation. It's a foundation we put together for just the principles of health, wellness, and a clean community, a cleaner and better, healthier world to live in. We started our first project was the community gardens, in which we like we started at Gene Child Young Middle School, where we going to schools in Atlanta and teaching kids how to grow their own food.
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying, produce and such. And then we recently had our Earthgang 5K. It was like 2 weeks ago. And they named it the April 27th Earthgang Day. So that was basically just, you know, a health and wellness run. You know what I'm saying? We gathered about 200-some people, got them to run a 5K. And we'll do it every year, and we're going to continue to grow the gardens around the city and hopefully around the world.
Okay.
That's super inspiring, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, can we get a personal invite to that?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Y'all can come to the next one. Come next year. April 27th. Likely.
That's my girl
What
birthday.
y'all boys?
Something around that time.
What y'all boys got on, bro?
Man, I don't even know these
Pleasures.
folks.
I can't remember who made this or who made this. These
Okay,
vitamins.
I know you got them. Who shades?
Yeah, these shades by Gordell, the new shade company. These Italian manufactured, you know what I'm saying? So the good stuff, the good quality. That's
Gordell.
That's Gordell, yeah.
We'll drop that in the description.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then it's just man, I ain't
Hey,
There's
some pieces,
Big
bro.
vibe.
I'm really
I'm
cool,
dead.
bro. Just some pieces,
me?
bro. Just goddamn
Goddamn.
flared on the pants. A little, the boots is vêtements, and you know everything else. You know what I'm saying? Player shit.
Yo, what's next for y'all, man? What's coming out soon?
Everything, man. We got an album coming very soon. Earthgang album.
Is there a release date for that?
Not a date,
Okay.
but we got most of the shit that has to go into an album done. So it's
Okay.
it's very close. Very
we
very
mixing
close.
right now. We're in the mixing phase.
More yoga and comedy. Hopefully we
Yep.
get into some film and TV.
Yep.
That's what we working on, man.
Right. Where can we find you guys?
At Earthgang on all social platforms, at Johnny Venus, at
Yeah.
Compass, COMPXSS _ on IG. Tap
And
in.
that's Wild Great Deluxe on IG, but I really be on Twitter, Wild Great for real. Follow me on Twitter. It's a hoot.
Okay.
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 Yo, fellas.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. Thanks, fellas. We
Yeah,
pre- appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
No,
It's
thank you,
beautiful.
bro. It's been an honor, man. Thank you guys for blessing us. Very intelligent.
Super.
Cool vibes, bro. Like
Likewise.
y'all are type of people, bro. So,
Appreciate you, bro.
so thank you
Yeah.
for that, y'all. If you guys are listening right now, go ahead, drop a comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Be sure to subscribe to us on all social platforms, all streaming platforms, and stay tapped in, man. Much love, much gratitude. I'm Duke.
I'm Omar.
I'm Olu.
Doc.
I'm Jalan. This is another episode of Nice and Neat, and that's that on that.
I'll be the one to
Peace.
take the risk to go and get them bands. I'll be the one to never sit and go and make a plan. Knowing my mother getting old and I don't got no time. Gotta keep a couple for the road, the rest get left behind. Yeah. To the hundreds, pledge allegiance, I stand.